I held my newborn in my arms when a nurse walked in, calling him by the wrong name. We'd been set on our baby's name for months. It wasn't up for debate. My husband and I had it on the nursery wall, stitched on his first blanket, and even printed on the baby shower cards we'd given out 2 months ago. We told everyone, including my mother-in-law, what the name would be. She didn't love it, but she smiled and said, "It'll grow on me." After the delivery, I was exhausted. Nurses came in with a clipboard and said they'd be finalizing some paperwork. I filled everything out and signed it, thinking that was the end of it. The next day, I opened the hospital folder and wanted to scream. On the birth certificate, the first name wasn't Tommy. It wasn't even close. It was my mother-in-law's favorite name, Jonathan. I tell the nurse there's been a mistake. She checks the file and says, "Oh, your mother-in-law came by earlier and said she was making sure all the paperwork was correct. She said you'd changed your mind about his name." It felt like every ounce of blood in my body was suddenly about to burst. I call my husband. He's still at home grabbing food and DVDs. I tell him, "Your mom changed our baby's name." He thinks I'm joking until I hand the phone to the nurse, who repeats what she told me. He didn't say a word. About 10 minutes later, my husband walked in, still holding the food he'd picked up. He didn't even sit down before asking, "Why would you do that?" Without a hint of guilt, she said the new name was what the baby was meant to be called, like she thought it was her choice to make. I stayed silent, because if I spoke then, I would have said something I could never take back. We demanded the hospital to correct the record immediately, but as it turns out, because the forms had already been processed, we had to file a formal correction with the state. It took 5 whole weeks. Weeks where every legal document, every doctor form, and every piece of mail had the wrong name on it. His name is finally fixed, and he's the sweetest little Tommy you'll ever meet, but what she did, I'll never forget it. And the worst part, she's never once said sorry. Instead, she tells people she was just trying to help, and that I made a big deal out of nothing. We don't leave her alone with our son anymore, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever trust her again.